Put your hands in front of you and attempt to press your palms flat against each other. Look for a visible gap. That gap points towards stiff hand syndrome, or trigger finger, physical signatures of a metabolic system beginning to fail. In any large population sample, 27% of those with early-stage blood sugar issues have no idea they are sick. That's more than 1 in 4 people living in a diagnostic blind spot. Ignoring these small physical anomalies allows a massive systemic failure to progress entirely unchecked. Standard warnings usually focus on fatigue or thirst, but the body signals metabolic distress across almost every external surface. You might notice the sudden growth of skin tags on your eyelids or neck, or dark, velvety patches forming under your arms, a condition known as acanthosis nigricans. Other signals appear as unexplainable night sweats that drench your sheets, or a shoulder joint that suddenly seizes up and remains frozen for months. It is difficult to see the mechanical link between a blood sugar disorder and the growth of extra skin or the locking of a shoulder joint. These symptoms function as high-resolution stress signals from a single, struggling internal organ. Within the body, food is converted into sugar to serve as our primary fuel. However, as this cellular cross-section shows, those sugar molecules cannot penetrate the cell wall barrier on their own. To get that fuel inside, the pancreas dispatches a mandatory chemical transporter called insulin. This molecule docks with the cell wall, opening the specific channels required for sugar to enter and be burned as energy. Modern diets introduce a constant, high-volume influx of simple carbohydrates and sugars, which rapidly saturate the bloodstream. The pancreas responds to this saturation by going into overdrive, pumping out continuous emergency levels of insulin to clear the backlog before the sugar becomes toxic. When any biological system is forced to run at its maximum capacity without rest, a mechanical breakdown is inevitable. This breakdown is insulin resistance. The exhausted pancreas eventually produces weaker insulin, leaving sugar trapped in the blood while your cells starve for the energy they can no longer access. This mechanism explains the changes on the skin. High levels of circulating insulin stimulate growth receptors, forcing the skin to produce excess cells that present as dark patches and tags. The night sweats and frequent urination are defense mechanisms. Your kidneys are desperately pulling water from your tissues to flush that trapped toxic sugar out of the body. And the stiffness in your joints occurs because excess sugar destroys the micro blood vessels feeding the nerves, while simultaneously blocking the absorption of nerve-supporting B vitamins. These seemingly unrelated ailments represent the body's collateral damage control as it tries to survive a sugar-saturated environment. During the prediabetes window, the pancreas is like an exhausted engine. The damage can be reversed if you simply remove the relentless demand for more insulin. A nutritional reset is the primary tool. By removing direct sugars and focusing on proteins and complex carbohydrates, you stop the cycle of insulin spikes. Adding a daily walk provides a mechanical advantage. It forces your muscles to burn off excess blood sugar naturally, which reduces the workload on your pancreas. If you notice these symptoms, bypass the standard pharmacy finger prick. Ask your doctor specifically for an HbA1c test to measure cumulative sugar and a HOMA-IR test to check for insulin resistance. The human body doesn't fail without warning. By learning to translate these physical alarms, we can step back from the edge of chronic